Namaste. Welcome to class. Please find your comfortable seated position with your straight back. Bring your hands to your knees, face up or face down, gently dropping the chin slightly and bringing the eyes to a close. Start to focus the breath, taking a deep inhale through the nose, sending it down to the belly. A long exhale. Starting to slow and regulate the breath. Trying to make the exhale the same length as the inhale. Relaxing the shoulders. Relaxing the mind. Bringing your focus fully to your body, to your breath. Sending all thoughts, concerns, worries, sending them away. Taking this time now for yourself. Gently flutter and blink the eyes, bringing them back to open. We're going to start warming up the body before we go into our flow today. We're going to start with some seated cat and cow. So keeping your comfortable seated position, keeping the hands on the knees. As we inhale, we're bringing our chest through and our chin forward, our gaze comes slightly up and our elbows bend. As we exhale, we're rounding, we're tucking the chin, our arms are straightening. Inhale, pushing the chest and the chin through, looking up. Exhale, rounding back. Inhale, coming forward again. And exhale, rounding everything, really driving back. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Driving the chest up, the chin forward. And exhale, rounding back, tucking the chin, keeping the legs planted. Inhale, coming back to center. We're going to start warming up the legs a little now. So just bring your feet to the floor. I'm slightly wider than hips distance. My knees are bent. And I'm just going to take my hands to the sides of my hips. And I've got my fingertips gripping into the mat. I'm keeping my back straight. And then I'm raising my legs off the mat. You can bring your palms to prayer position here or keep them at the side to help you with your stability. So keeping both legs hovering, we're going to start extending and bending one leg at a time. We'll just do 10 on each side. So keep the chest upright, hands here or here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Keeping the feet hovering, keeping the chest lifted. The other side now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If you need to at any point, you can lower the feet back down and hug the knees to the chest. Raising them up again. If you set them down, we're going to do circles now. Pointing your toes. We're going to circle from the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now the opposite way. Good. And hugging the knees to the chest, wrapping them nice and tight. Releasing them down. coming to your butterfly. Interlocking the fingers, taking them under the feet. Remember, feet, the soles are joined at the edge, closest to the mat, and falling open at the top. Begin to just flap your butterfly wings, clearing them, hit the mat, warming up the hip joint. Sitting tall, just relaxing the legs down to the mat. Releasing the hands, bringing the knees back together, coming to your comfortable seated position, and just warming up the arms with a few shoulder rotations, taking your fingertips to the shoulders, rotating forward, trying to bring the elbows together, scapula reaching apart, but when you come back, the scapula pull together. So scapula apart, elbows together, elbows apart, scapula together. Really slow, steady, feel the whole rotation go around. And reversing. And we're just going to take a gentle twist here as well. So taking the left hand to the right knee, raising the right hand up, taking it back behind you. As you inhale, you lift your chest, straightening your spine, and exhale, turning, looking over your right shoulder. Releasing, coming all the way back to center, taking the right hand to the left knee, raising the left hand up nice and high, reaching through, taking it behind you. Inhale, raising the chest and twisting, taking the gaze over the shoulder. Keep your legs planted here. Releasing, coming back to center. Hands to the sky. Take your gaze in front of you and just start to hinge forward. Keep your seat bones planted on the mat. Don't allow them to come up. If they're drifting up, just come back slightly. Don't go beyond your seat bones, okay? They must be planted. Keeping that gaze ahead of you, really reaching. Really extend the arms, feeling that joint opening up. Inhale, coming back to center. Now take the hands behind you. They want to be around a foot behind you. Fingertips pointing towards the back. And we're just going to lift up really gently from our seated position. Lifting our chest, dropping our head gently. And coming back down. We're now going to go to starting at the top of the mat and into our standing position. Feet together, legs together, standing nice and tall. Arms active, legs active. All four corners of the feet pressing down. Inhale, reaching your hands up overhead, taking your gaze up to the sky. Exhale, releasing the tailbone, hinging from your hip, coming all the way down, grabbing the opposite elbow, bouncing here, releasing your head, releasing your neck, warming the spine and arms further. When you're ready, release the hands down, either side of your feet, fingertips and toes in one line, hips high, head low. Inhale onto your fingertips, flat back position, gaze ahead, chin away from chest. As you exhale, place the hands down and step the left foot towards the back of the mat, 4 to 5 feet distant. Take the heel in line, toes pointing out, just gently beginning to bend into the front leg. When you're feeling nice and stable and the hips are square, bring the arms to the side. And then inhale, coming up into your warrior one. If the hips aren't square, lift the back heel. Option, you can interlock your fingers, point your index finger, keeping the hips low, raising the chest, taking the head and the arms back slightly. Really keep the hips sinking down and keep them square. Releasing back to center, take the hands behind your back, interlock the fingers, keeping the hips low and square. We're going to fold forward, taking our chest and our head to the side of our leg. Bringing the arms up overhead. Imagine that you're trying to get them to touch the mat. Inhale, bringing yourself back up to your warrior one. Releasing the back knee. Coming to your low lunge position. Bring the palms to the heart. And then twisting, taking the elbow to the thigh above the knee. Pushing round, twisting from the lower spine. Try and keep the thumbs attached to the sternum and the gaze over the right shoulder. If you're feeling very stable and comfortable, you can bring the back knee up but keep the hips down. Untwisting back to center, place the hands down on the mat either side of the foot, drop the back knee, and now dropping back, coming up onto your right heel. Bringing the hands back a little, checking the alignment. You can have the back toes flat or tucked here. Bring yourself up. Take the gaze to the big toe. And now folding, coming down to your Ardha Hanumanasana or half split. The hands can be anywhere outside of the leg. You might find your stomach and chest resting on the leg, but keep the front toes active. Keep the gaze to the big toe. Aiming to get those forearms down on the mat. Placing the front foot down. Taking the hands either side of the front foot, tuck the back toes and step the right leg back, coming to your high plank position, feet hips width, hands under your shoulders, rounding through the shoulders, nice and strong. Option to drop the knees if you need to. Come forward a tiny, tiny bit, and then bending the elbows into the side, releasing down slowly to your Chaturanga Dandasana, and then pushing yourself through, coming to your upward facing dog, and then exhale, pushing back to your downward facing dog. Paddle the feet here, bend the knees, get comfortable, dropping the head, thinking about rotating the shoulders, rotating that joint to hide your armpits. Arms strong, pushing the mat away from you, legs strong, hips high, head low. Inhale, take the gaze between your palms. Lift your left leg up. Keep the hips square. You can point the toe or flat the foot. Bending the knee, bringing it to your chest, coming up onto the right toes, and placing the left foot down between the palms. Dropping the back knee. You can either keep the toes active or flatten the foot. And then pushing back, coming up onto the left heel, left toes engaged and pull towards you. Find your balance, bring yourself upright, take the gaze ahead. Now looking down to your big toe. Really lifting through the spine, tipping from the pelvis, bring the hands down either side of the leg, coming to your Ardha Hanumanasana. Releasing the foot down to the mat. bringing your legs to 90-90 position. Take the palms either side of your foot, looking ahead. Inhale, lifting up, bringing the palms to prayer position at your heart. Lifting the chest, twisting from the lower back, bringing the right elbow outside of the left leg, above the knee. Twisting to look over your left shoulder. Try and keep the thumbs at the sternum. And if you're ready, you can lift the back knee, keeping the hips low. Dropping the back knee and twisting, coming back to center. Getting ready to engage the back leg, because we're going to come up to our warrior one. So you can bring the hands down either side of the foot. Bringing the foot to 45, heels in one line in the center of the mat, squaring off the hips, beginning to bounce that front knee, getting it ready. Bringing the arms to the side, making sure the front knee is not over the toes. Raising up, lifting your arms, dropping the hips, dropping the knee, squaring the hips as well. And you can interlock your fingers here and release the index. And you can just gently drop the head and the arms back. But all the time, keep those hips square. All the time thinking about the hips being low. If you've gone slightly back here, just come back to center and bring the arms round behind the back, interlocking the fingers. Taking the gaze forward and folding, bringing the head and the chest inside of the left leg. Arms coming over. Inhale, coming back up. Release the hands, take the gaze forward. Bring your hands down either side of the foot. Step your right foot to meet the left. Coming to your Ardha Uttanasana, your fingertips flat back with the chin away from the chest, and then your full Uttanasana. Fingertips and toes in one line. Head low. Hips high, weight pushing forward to the big toes. And inhale, rounding all the way up. Palms to the sky, and your heart, and releasing. Inhale, reaching your hands up. Exhale, untucking, folding, coming forward. Come to your full Uttanasana, your full forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, fingertips flat back, chest coming forward, chin away from chest. Exhaling, placing the hands down. And we're going to step the right leg back this time. And dropping it to 90. Inhaling, keeping the front leg straight and strong. Bringing the arms out, bringing the hips to face the front, coming to our Utthita Trikonasana. So, imagine the wall is directly behind you, keeping everything flat. Take the hips out to the right and start to bring the body down to the left, looking to have the shoulders in one line. Don't apply pressure to your left leg. You can just turn the palm so that it's an impossibility. You might find you can slide down a little bit further, but as you're doing this, be aware of your right hip creeping forward and your right shoulder coming forward. If this is happening, you need to rewind and reverse, because you will be in the wrong position. This should be lovely and straight. Take the gaze down to your left foot. You can take a slight bend in the knee if you need to. And then we're going to come up, back to our position. Now taking the gaze over to the left middle finger, Just start to bend your left knee a couple of times. And when you're ready, sink down into your warrior two, your Virabhadrasana B. Make sure the arms, the shoulders are in one line, back leg is nice and strong. You're tucking your tailbone, your pelvis, and gaze to that left middle finger. You may need to widen your stance, really making sure that the knee is not passing over those toes. We're going to take another little twist here. So you can literally roll yourself over, bringing your right hand down to the ground. If it doesn't reach, you can just take it to the leg, the foot, or a block. And then twisting from the lower spine, reaching the left hand up, keeping the hips nice and low. Take the gaze back to the mat. And unwinding, coming back. We're just going to take a nice little side stretch here as well. So just plant the left arm and then just coming over top. You can help open out the shoulder by just making a beautiful sweeping circle here. Gaze to the top arm, really sinking low into the hips. And releasing out, back to your warrior. Take your gaze round to the front foot. Bring the hands down either side. Turning the back toes. And walking the left foot out to the left hand side of the mat. Bringing the palms inside. We're coming to our lizard. You can drop the back knee or you can keep it raised. You can also drop the forearms, you can drop the head. Look up, walk the hands back, bring the foot back towards the center, drop the back knee. You'll notice that we're not at 90-90. And I am going to keep my right hand planted. I'm keeping my gaze ahead, and I'm just going to lift my back foot towards me. You can stay exactly here, or you can reach round and take the foot. And keeping the front knee in, you can pull the foot towards you. You'll notice I'm bending my elbow. You can use a strap or a hand towel to help you with this. Pressure nice and light on your right hand. Okay, now I'm going to start releasing the leg, but I'm still holding on to it. And I'm going to tip my left foot so the sole is facing towards the right. My knee's falling out. My gaze is going over my left shoulder. I'm looking at my left foot. And I'm allowing it to pull my arm. Okay, coming back to center, releasing the foot, releasing the hands. And stepping back into a three-legged dog. So engage the back toes, sweep the left foot up and back. Keep that hip nice and square. If you'd like to, you can take a three-legged vinyasa here. You can take a normal vinyasa or you can rest in downward facing dog. So if you want to take the vinyasa, we'll go high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, and shifting back to our downward facing dog. Then dropping the foot, taking a couple of breaths here in downward facing dog. Raising the right leg up, keeping the hips square. Option to take another three-legged vinyasa or stay. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Now bringing the right leg through. And I'm just going to change sides on my mat so I don't have my back to you. So first things first, drop that back knee and you can just flatten the foot. Keep the gaze ahead. Keeping the left hand planted. Start to raise the left foot towards you. Okay, see how far it will go on its own whilst your hips remain as low as they are. You don't want to suddenly change the position. Taking your right arm back, reaching for the left foot. Keep the front knee in line, don't allow it to pop out. Nice and light on the left hand. Okay, so now opening out. Open out the sole of the right foot. Opening out, twisting, taking your gaze all the way around to your left foot. Okay, coming back to center, releasing the hand, releasing the foot. Walking the right foot out to the right edge of the mat. Fingertips and toes in one line to begin with. Stacking the knee and the ankle on top of each other on the right leg. You can tuck your toes here, coming up. And you can drop the forearms, drop the head. Keep your right leg aligned, don't allow it to disappear out to the side somewhere. Keep the back leg strong, or the knee grounded. Inhale, looking up, walking the hands back. Dropping the back knee. Walk your front foot back into the center. We're going to come up into our warrior two, our Virabhadrasana 2. So back foot 90, front heel in line with the back heel arch, front knee, you can just bounce into it, bending a little bit. And when you're ready, inhale and sweeping up. Okay, you might need to bend and readjust the knee here. You might want to come up onto the heel and then plant the foot again, making sure you're nice and secure. Arms in one line. Gaze to the right middle finger. Pelvis tucked, hips low. Okay, we're going to take our nice side stretch like we did earlier. So bringing the right arm down onto the thigh and bringing the left arm up and over. Remember, we can do that really nice sweeping arc to open out that shoulder. Sinking low, gaze up. And inhale, coming back to center. And now twisting, dropping the left hand, bringing the right hand up. And twisting, taking the right palm down to the mat. And gently just beginning to get ready to straighten out the front leg. And rising up to our Utthita Trikonasana, hips to the front. So taking the left hip out to the left, dropping the right arm down to the leg, to the foot, wherever it goes. Keeping the shoulders in one line. Don't allow the left side of your body to creep forward. Don't apply lots of pressure to your leg here. Take the gaze down. You can gently put a little bend into the leg and bring yourself back up. Twisting to place the palms either side of the front foot and stepping to the top of your mat. Feet together. Ardha Uttanasana. Uttanasana. And then coming all the way up to standing, sweeping your arms overhead, hands to the heart, and releasing them down. Take your hands to the hips, choice is yours this time. And we're going to step it a good 4 to 5 feet distance, bringing the toes into one line. They can be slightly turned in here. So we're going to inhale and raise our arms up, taking them back to the hips. We're going to come down halfway, making sure you're moving exactly from the pelvis. Just rest here for a moment, feeling the stability of your legs and feeling the weight getting ready to shift forward to the toes. Inhale and just look up. Exhale, releasing down. Release your hands down to the mat. Release your head down to the mat. Hips are really high here. Weight's really shifting to the big toe. Make sure the outer edge of both feet is firmly planted. You want to be feeling more on that edge than the inside edge in this position. Inhale, raising your head up, bringing your hands to your hips, and coming all the way up to standing. Bringing your feet in slightly. Now bringing the palms to the heart. We're going to start bending the knees. Now you can come up onto the toes here. Give yourself a little bit of extra work and gently coming down. As you get lower, release the heels, but don't release your bottom. Bring the elbows to the inside of the legs, palms at the center. Chest nice and high, gaze straight ahead in your Malasana. You might find that your toes are pointing slightly more towards the corners of your mat here, that's fine. So really feel yourself pushing your legs, opening out the hips further and further. Okay, releasing yourself down onto your mat, bringing your legs out in front of you into your Dandasana seated position. Make sure your seat bones are directly underneath you, sitting up nice and tall. So we are going to raise our right leg. So you can bend the knee and hold the knee, and we're going to take a nice twist here, round to the back, or you can use a hand towel or a yoga strap, or you can use your hands and extend the foot. I'm just going to turn sideways. It's a good idea to hold it from the outside. You can have it nice and high, or it can be here. And then really reaching back with the right hand, right fingertips, gaze to the right thumb. Really feeling your arms pulling in opposite directions here. Keep the left toes engaged. And twisting back to center. Releasing the leg down, you can give it a little hug on the way out. Okay, so sitting nice and tall again. Raising the left knee, left leg. You can grab it from the outside. Remember, you can take the knee, keep the left toes engaged, sitting tall, opening out, twisting. Gaze to that left thumb. And now releasing it down, give a little hug on the way out. And bringing the left foot in to the right thigh. So I'm keeping my right toes engaged. We're going to take a really nice little fold here. So I'm going to reach my arms up, and then I'm going to twist from my lower spine, and I'm going to start falling forwards, keeping my gaze at my big toe, keeping my foot engaged. Grab wherever you can, shin, ankle, foot, toes, lifting the chest up as you inhale, as you exhale, elbows coming out to the side, folding forward. Inhale, reaching your arms up. We're just going to take our left hand behind us. You can keep your right hand here to the side, but I'd recommend having it up because we're going to push it back. So my left hand is around a foot behind my left hip. And I'm going to reach up, pushing my pelvis up. My right foot comes down. My right arm comes back overhead, pushing the pelvis nice and high. Gentle bend. And then releasing back down. Okay, we're going to do the same thing once more on this side, and then we'll move to the other side. So Reaching your hands up, twisting from the lower spine, right foot engaged, coming down, reaching for your foot, inhaling and lifting, exhaling, coming forward. Inhale as you're coming up and out, reaching that left hand behind you. And then we're just going to take this gentle bend, pushing the hips up, dropping the right shoulder, and coming back to center. Give the arms a little shake, and we're going to swap the legs now. So left toes engaged, inhale, reaching the arms up, taking your gaze, twisting from the lower spine, exhaling, coming forward. Inhale, lifting the chest and head further, exhaling, coming down. Elbows out to the side. Inhale, reaching up, taking the right hand behind you, and taking this bend back. Hips high, you might be able to plant the left foot down, or not. And coming back to your seated position, raising the arms up, left toes engaged, twisting from the lower spine, and exhaling, taking it down, reaching where you can. Inhale and lift, exhale, release. Inhale, coming back up, taking the right hand behind you and pushing yourself away from the ground, arching back. Sitting, coming back to center. Bringing your feet up and your arms forward, just coming to a gentle boat pose. If you want to, you can straighten the legs and extend. And then we're just going to release it down onto the mat, nice and slowly, with control. Allowing everything just to relax down into the mat. Feet apart, falling away from each other, arms to the side, palms up, chin gently tucked, bringing the eyes to a close, enjoying your Shavasana. Relax every muscle down to the mat. Feel as if that mat is holding you up right now. Feel the muscles easing, releasing. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your breath. Reaching your arms up over your head, pointing your toes, reaching, taking a full big body stretch. Then rolling to one side, bending the knees, bending one arm to use as a pillow. Taking just a moment here. And when you're ready, coming back up to your nice, comfortable seated position. Bringing your palms to your heart, gently touching your forehead to your fingertips. Namaste. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the mat.